Howdy all, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die on the Navezgane map. Yes. Alright, so we left off here last week. Last episode. Um, like, I know I've camped out here, put my bedroll down here, but... Man, I wish I had a pair of binoculars. What is that? I do not know. I heard you, zombie. I have, Whew. After I finished with work today, I've been watching The Walking Dead. I missed last season because I tend to let it build up, and then after it's all built up, yeah, I am crafting. I want to make a campfire, and then I need storage chest at least here. No, not the torch. This. Alright. And, my DVR died on me. And so I have not, and then when it got replaced, obviously, I lost my entire season of episodes. So I do need to get back in there and watch them, and I decided to start over from the beginning. And okay, forge. And so I need 50 stones. Oh, I need clay, right, and a bellows. Bellows. Oh, I've got the stuff for the bellows. In fact, I've got the stuff for the bellows practically on me right here. And, so yeah, I've been watching through season... Well, I'm on season 3. I just started season 3. And season 3, to me, is where it starts to get really good. Oh! Why didn't you grab the ladder? I was facing it! Oh, man. My guy just flung himself down here. But, yeah, it's, man, they're like babies. They're so young. They're only on, like, season, what, 9? But they're so young. Now, when I came through here before, I just ran up the stairs to end the last episode. So... Gotta be careful. There might be some zombies around here. But one of my favorite character just about on the show up until the last couple seasons had been Carol. I'll just go ahead and search that. And not at the beginning either. No, hear about season 3. is when she starts to get really good. So season 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. She's my favorite character, and uh, I want to say partway through season 7. No, because I haven't seen 8, right? Because they just started 9. So partway through season 6 is when she gets talked into a breakdown by uh, Morgan, and I'm not saying she always is, makes the best choices like the season on now where she kills people because they might turn into zombies. But uh, still, my favorite part with her is, seriously, game. This not being able to grab onto ladder stuff is ridiculous. I guess I don't have to worry about the zombies getting me because I can't even get on the ladder. Uh, but there's my favorite part is I don't know what season it's in, but I get a little confused as to which season's which because I was watching the show as it aired, and they do that whole thing where they split it in half, and so there's like the first part is starts in October and runs through uh, November, and then they don't have any episodes for like what, December, January, February, March, something like that, and then in April they start back up, something like that. And so because of the large gaps, I get confused as to which season is which. That table is upside down. Somebody has flipped over this table. And so the um, I get really confused with season 3 here because I'm not sure when stuff takes place. I know they're in the prison and they're clearing that right now on the episode I'm on. And I know that they get some more people come in, and then like they've already sort of shown Michonne, and then I know this is somewhere in here where the other new people come in. I forget what their names are. Uh, what is that guy's name? He plays such an important part too. Why can't I remember his name? But his sister gets killed. Maybe Sasha comes in with them. Anyways, I'll never remember it. And so, but then they also have all that stuff with the governor, and because he brings in a tank that smashes the prison, and I don't think that's all the same season. I think that's 2 different seasons, so they might be in the prison for season 3 and 4, and then probably part of 4. So it's probably part of 4 where my favorite episode takes place with Carol, and by that point she was my favorite character, anyways. And then after the prison gets destroyed and Carol is on the go with that guy whose name I can't remember. He carries a hammer. He won't kill anybody. He won't kill any zombies. Um, he winds up carrying Rick's baby. I don't remember what her name is either. Although she's such a non-entity for most of what I've seen. But I love that part, anyways, when Rick decides they're gonna throw in with the. Ooh, I need that. Throw in with the people at the train depot, and it turns out they're cannibals. And so then, ooh, yeah, I'm not hitting that long. Sorry, I will come back for that when I have better tools. And so he's thrown Carol out at this point, and um, and she's caring for his baby, and he gets captured with a bunch of the people by cannibals who lock him up in train cars or semi cars, um, and then she single-handedly walks in and leads the horde of walkers to where they're at, and you're really loud for somebody I can't see. Oh, nice. And you know, blows up the propane tank to let the walkers into the cannibals' base, and then she starts picking off guards with her sniper rifle that she's got. Oh, there you are. Hey, this is somebody else's apartment. You can't just tear down the wall, man. I mean, come on. Nope, not taking dog food. I refuse to eat dog or cat food in this game. And uh, you know, and then that's when he lets Carol back in after she rescues them all. But so I'm watching it from the beginning, and there's a scene right at the beginning of season two where Dale is on top of the RV where they sit for their watch, and and her daughter's missing at this point, and so they're out looking for her daughter, but she's very timid and afraid of everything, and it made me laugh because she goes to get up on the RV, and she tells Dale that she'll keep watch, and so he goes to hand her the hunting rifle, and and she's like, "Oh, no, no, no! You just take that with you because I don't know how to use those." And I'm like, "Oh, that is so funny," because later she is like their scariest hunter of zombies and people. Oh man! And later, old Morgan shows up, who is completely insane, and uh, he's like the worst kind of um, shove my beliefs down on top of people, and basically guilts Carol into a nervous breakdown so she can't even kill people or zombies. She starts seeing people when she looks at the zombies, and I'm not saying she didn't need a little bit of pullback, but that's not his way. Especially after he almost got them. Well, he basically got a bunch of people killed because of his. I refuse to I refuse to kill anyone ever. Uh, Morgan's not my favorite. Uh, like, sure, it was okay when he rescued Rick, but he seemed cool coming in, but all he does is causes problems. Although maybe he's better in the later season 8, season 9 that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen, obviously, season 9 is ongoing. Well, it's not obvious, but season 9 is ongoing, so nobody's seen season 9. Alright. Can I just have a couple of wood frames, please? Just a regular. And then we'll see how these will fit in here. Okay, I just needed 2. Oh wow, this is gonna take me forever. I can't even tell if I'm hitting the thing. But yeah, that was really funny. It reminds me of one of my favorite video games is Homeworld Cataclysm, um, and which is a shame that they can't remake it because they don't have the. That's not true. They could remake it, but they can't remaster the original because nobody has the code, and which is ridiculous. But in Homeworld Cataclysm, which is the non. Oh, I took out the wrong one. Dang it. Homeworld Cataclysm is like the sequel to Homeworld, which is a 3D space real-time strategy. And in Homeworld Cataclysm, when you start in Homeworld, you go and you fight your way back to what was your original home planet and take it back from the people who conquered you and sent you off into space. And so in Homeworld Cataclysm, when it starts, your home planet is under attack, and you're a mining ship, and so you have mining ships, and your main mining base, which is a spaceship, and that's it. You got tiny little fighters. They're designed just to fight off pirates and aren't designed to be engaged in heavy combat. And so the I really love it because that's the way it starts off, but later on, they at the end of the game, like when they first introduced at the beginning of the game, they're like, "This is the mining vessel Somta, and we'll do what we can, but we're not a fighting vessel." And then the story of the game is because of the fight at the beginning, they discover a satellite that's infected with a. Oh shoot! I'm gonna die. I can't believe I didn't die. Wow. That's crazy that I didn't die. I should have died there. But they find a satellite that's covered in a biological cyber virus, and the cyber virus infects ships and then links to the computers and then uses the organic components of the ship, the crew, as wiring. And so, if it gets on board your ship, you're dead. It just rapidly spreads through all the people, turning them into cables and stuff like that. And so it's got an organic component to it. So, um, um, oh man, there's a great scene in that game too where one of the alien races that you bump into uh, are merged with their ships. They're like techno-organic. Oh man, there's a lot of terrible. Oh jeez. Seven hit points left. But they are merged with their ships, uh, and so there's this scene where the ships that are infected by this virus are attacking one of those, and they blow themselves up, and they're like, "We will not be bound," and then they explode, damaging the alien ship that was killing your fleet. Oh man, there you are. And so, but anyways, at the very end of the game, by that point, you've upgraded your ship so much. Because that's one of the cool things is as the game goes on, you have persistent technology upgrades, and I love that. In a game, most RTSs don't give you a persistent tech tree, and instead you have to repurchase everything every time, and that's not as cool. But yes, I do love that game. But it reminds me of that moment with Carol, because at the beginning you're a mining vessel and you're like, yeah, we can't really be engaged with combat. All we got are our anti-pirate ships, and they're tiny one-man fighters. Can't take on any big ships. And and then at the end of the game, when they come out, they've completely gotten rid of all of their mining stuff, and so when they arrive back at I think the final battle's is it at the homeworld? I don't know, but you're against the main alien infected ship and its fleet of infected ships, and then they come into the system, and they're like, this is the battleship Somta. I love it. Of course, by that point, you've got a giant cannon attached to your ship and all that kind of stuff. Man, I was hoping that zombie would come out here and face me. I am not healing up very quickly here. Guess I must need to get some more food in me. Eat some peas. Oh yeah, I was below 50%. Sorry. Totally didn't realize I was so low. There you go. Now you can get some health back. Yeah, and I guess I have a quick little story about D&D that I'll tell before we wrap it up here pretty quick. Uh, if I can survive this, this will be 2 whole incidences with 0 deaths. Look at that. I mean, I've only killed 12 zombies, but 0 deaths. Now, don't get all spastic on me and fall. Dang it. Okay, where'd the other one go? I wonder why she was trying to break in there. Where'd the other zombie go? There she is. She went back. I've only got 13 arrows left. Come on. I have such bad aim. I can't tell if my arrows are hitting her or not. That one definitely did. Yeah. Come on, search her. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. It's not great, but the steel shovel is going to help. Just about got this floor cleared out. I don't mean scavenging-wise. I mean safety-wise. Which is good, because, well, I mean, my top floor is now blocked off. So I'm not too worried about that. I do wish my hit points would come back a little better, though, than they are. Yeah, or D&D, right. Sorry, got sidetracked. So we're playing the game and the play-by-post game, and our DM had told us that we're going to be using this online program, Roll20, for combat and everything else we do in Discord. And so he started the combat in Discord, though, and you don't have to have a map to play. You don't have to have minis. You can just describe it all. And so I thought maybe we were just going to do that. And so he told the first guy to go ahead and take his turn. And I said, hey, I run a play-by-post game as well. And in my game, anybody that goes before something goes, because the way it usually plays out is all the bad guys, or all those types of bad guys, go on one turn. And we're only facing one type of bad guy, so they all go on the same turn. And so when we rolled to see what order we go in, it was 2 of the good guys, then the bad guys, and then 2 more of the good guys. And so I'm like, okay, so the way I do it is because those 2 good guys go before the bad guys, it doesn't matter what order they take their turn in, they just take their turn. And then the other 2 guys have to wait for the bad guys to take their turn. And then once that happens, then they can take their turn. And then once they're done with their turn, then the first 2 guys get to take their turn again. And so that way you're not waiting to go in order, it's just clumps. Whatever you know, before and after those bad guys, and it makes it a little easier. And so he said we could try that, so I took my turn and I backed my character off, and then the other guy took his turn, and then he says, yeah, so I'll try to get a map put together tonight, and we'll move over to a map now. And I'm like, what? But we were already going. What do you mean? And that was yesterday. So it is now more than a day later, and he has not posted anything since. And so we are still waiting to continue combat. And I sent one of the other guys a message. I'm like, why are we waiting so long? I don't understand what is taking him so long. I'm like, I get that he has to put the map down, but let me see. And one search. Are you kidding me? I know it's not good, but I have a sniper rifle. Oh, that is spectacular. And one search, though, I just typed in, because we're in a jungle, he described the jungle as having a trail with a bend in the trail, and the zombies are around the bend. And so I'm like, alright, let's see what I can find. D&D map, jungle, trail with bend in it. First item that pops up under images is a map for D&D in a forest, not a jungle, but close enough, with a trail that has a bend in it. So, dude, that took me less than 5 seconds to look up. What's stopping you from putting our map down and getting us started on this? Because I know we're playing in the online thing, and he doesn't prepare as much as he claims he's preparing. And so often when we're playing, we have to wait for him to load in the bad guy tokens, and it takes him like a minute. And so I know it doesn't take him long to load in the bad guys. So why are we waiting so long? I know he was home because he was sending me messages about stuff. I feel it's it's that thing where he doesn't think that he is responsible for the game, even though he chose to. No, he doesn't feel any responsibility toward us about the game, and that in his mind, probably we should be grateful that he's even running it. And even though he told us that we had to make sure to check in every day so that the game doesn't slow down, that only applies to us because when he said that, he didn't mean himself. He doesn't include himself in that. So it's just us that has to be at his beck and call, and there's no responsibility on his end to make sure that he keeps the game going. And so it's okay for him to take 5-6 days at a time of not posting what we're doing next, because only we're affected by those rules. And yeah, it's frustratingly annoying. Okay, I need to keep that. Keep that. Bullets are good. Backup club. Yep, you should go up here. Okay, and then let's see about making leather armor here. Wait. Let's see if I can put some points into armor crafting before I make my armor, right? And let's do weapons too. I can get my weapons upgraded while I'm standing here. That'll be nice. Okay, now craft me The only real problem though is that I don't have any feathers to make arrows, and I'm almost out of arrows, which is not a good thing. When can I make? Isn't the iron-bound iron reinforced club just iron and wood? How much iron do I have in here? I've got enough for that. Let's. I already made the club. Let's make the iron reinforced club instead. It's a better club, so. Oh, I forgot I had that wrench. Nice. All right. So with that, I am gonna call it a day. I will probably camp out here for the night, and then come back the next morning because it's almost getting dark, and I'd rather not be wandering around in the dark with my brand new never been killed. I'm gonna die soon. Don't worry. I should have died this episode, but I got lucky, I guess. So. Click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later.